Right, I've not set this one up properly. I'm just coming on here because I did say I will let you know how things progress and keeping it real as it happens. So, but not quite as it happens, because I was very distressed earlier. Well, I was supposed to be having my operation on the 11th. Well, I was supposed to tell her on the 4th whether I wanted to definitely go ahead with it. I know I did. I was just freaked out when she first told me about it before Christmas. I was crying and upset, saying, do I have to have that, or is there any other ways? But she said that as a team, disciplinary team, they decided that was the way to go forward. But she did say to me, instead of the 5th, I will let you have the 11th, but reaffirm it with me on the 4th. So I've been thinking things through and looking up things and realised and come to my own conclusions that was the right thing to do. So I asked a receptionist, I told her yesterday, can you please tell Mrs. Yip, yes, I'll go ahead with the operation, please, so it's all in my head, I know what I'm doing, I know what my game plan is. But then they ring me today, this morning, because they did mention about chemo first and then the operation. But then I decided I should go with what they say. I think she's just gone because I questioned it about the risks, and I wanted some statistics off her, really, because there's a lot of risks, and I think they thought I were questioning the judgment, but I really wasn't. I was just trying to figure things out in my own head. But anyway, I think they might have been under the impression that's what I wanted to do, but I've looked up things since and I've realised that because mine's hormone driven, it doesn't respond to chemo that well. So yes, I do need to have the operation first. So they rang me today, the nurse, and she said, oh, you've got an appointment with Miss blah 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 on Friday. I went, okay. Be about discussing how we go forward. You might be getting, well, she said you'd be getting your chemo first. I said, why will I be getting my chemo? I thought I was getting an operation. I said, I've got it in my head, and I told the secretary yesterday I'll go ahead with the operation. She said, well, right, abruptly, well, you can't just keep changing things around. I haven't been changing anything around. I thought that she gave me an option and I agreed with it. I just, there and then, at the moment, when you're in the room and they're telling you things, sometimes you just need a little bit of time to get it in your head. I know that the NHS are busy. I know they don't have time to like mess about with people divering, and they haven't divered. She gave me that option to have that little bit of time, and that's what I did, and I agreed with them. You should have told me on the day and said this is why you need it, and told me. I don't know, but I think because I did question it, I didn't question it, but I did question it. I didn't question, but I wasn't questioning her or them as a team. I was questioning things in general, but I think that's how it come across. So anyway, that's how things stand at the moment. So I'm seeing her on Friday. I've rung up Macmillan first because I wanted their opinion, because I didn't know whether do I try and get a different surgeon, do I fight for it to have the op, or do I go with what they're saying? Because my cancer, it's hormone driven. I know I've said that before, but hormone driven cancers don't really respond that well to chemo. You can get medication and you can be on it for 5 to 10 years, tamoxifen, and that like grabs hold of the receptors and stop and kind of helps stop it. But I think from what my surgeon was saying, because mine was so big that I need chemo anyway, but didn't quite explain to me why. I think sometimes I just need a bit more reassuring. I think because it's all happened so quick, I've not had time to process things, but the NHS don't have time to help you process things. Anyway, they did a calculator, you know, a bit like you'd do with a benefits calculator. They did a calculator, my age, my hormone status of the cancer, how big it is and stuff, and it says to have the op. 78% I think it said that you need to get the lymph nodes out. So I'm on panic mode, complete panic mode. I'm just hoping that me questioning it on that last appointment doesn't put my life at risk. I think she thinks, I don't know, I think that it kept worrying me, that 1 in 3 chance of lymphedema, and then I was watching something on Google, which I shouldn't have done, where they did a survey of the outcomes of people that had the dissection and people that didn't have the dissection. But that survey could have been on people that didn't have as big a cancer as me. I don't know. That's why I shouldn't have looked it up, because I didn't know the whole full facts. So I've stabbed myself in the foot, or have I not? Or would they go off that? If the disciplinary team has got together today, surely they're going to still make the right decision. And if it's not going to matter that much that I have chemo first, I'm hoping that's the case. Because at first I thought, well, chemo will be better, because if it's gone in my lymph nodes and it started to go around my body, at least the chemo can get that, rather than having the operation and waiting. Because at first I thought that was a better idea. But then I just worry that the chemo doesn't respond to it. So the decisions, it's just life-changing. So I don't know. I'll just see what she says on Friday. And I don't know whether I should... Everybody always says you should advocate for yourself. But then when you try and advocate for yourself, it's like you're questioning them. And then you feel like you've upset them, or... And it changes things, and you might end up changing your treatment, and that might end up making things worse. So what do you do? Anyway, roller coaster. A tiny bit of me's glad I'm not having the op, because I was terrified of it, but I knew I had to have it. Didn't mean they took the cancer out, they'll know more about it. Last time I went for an appointment, I thought I were getting my full staging and my full plan, and this is it. Which I kind of did get, but then I wrecked it. Or I didn't wreck it, I don't know. It might not make that much of a difference if I have chemo first. How long does chemo last? 3 months? 6 months? Can it get... If I have chemo first and bits are escaping, can it get them bits? Or can it not, because it's hormone driven? I absolutely don't know. Why can't they give me tamoxifen? Why couldn't they give me that on day 1 and just at least get on with that? But I find it hard to talk to the professionals, because it's hard to talk to the ones that are higher up. And the nurses, from my experience at the moment, seem quite busy. Anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. I might do another video later when I'm a bit more cheery. And if I don't, I'll let you know on Friday what happens then. I might write some things down and hand it to her, because I struggle talking to her, so I might do it that way. Right, thank you for listening. This is me. This is my story. This is how it's happening. This is real. This is raw. Yes, I know I haven't put a boob thing in. I hope you haven't just been looking at that while I've been chatting. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'd really appreciate if you press that button, whatever it is, to follow me. Because if I get 1,000 followers, then I can do live videos.